year last year gone, and Mikaze bought in to the NAVI ranks. I know we've all kind of been watching from afar, looking at today as like the Kaisuke big debut, but there needs to be a lot of hype around this guy because of what he's been able to accomplish in NAVI Junior. I think the writing's been on the wall for this change for a little while.
Absolutely. We've been in the academy era for a long time anyway, and while the boots are big to fill for Mikaze, I think he's proven it at least in his previous team. Now he's in a very structured one, and we're going to have to see if he's going to land here in Cologne on his debut up against a FaZe clan who are fighting back to get form. NAVI on the CT side of Ancient, it's FaZe's pick, a Karrigan classic, and they run the red room through the smoke into CT.
I mean, this pistol round, a sign of things to come. A fluid pistol in through the red room and explosive out into the A site. Mikaze falls first, and so does team captain Alexi. Brokey waiting back here in the red room. He's going to try and come in a little bit later to shut this one down. NAVI, surprised to even see them giving the 3v5 a look in. You imagine that's because they've got Ema still in main. But this backstab should seal the fate on the round. And Brokey feeling like a safe pair of hands here. It was a little bit awkward on that backstab to get both of them, so he just takes his time. No chance for NAVI, and a convincing start for FaZe.
And that's why FaZe have been exciting in the couple of games we've seen in this tournament. They've been playing fluid. It's exactly what you said. They've been fast, they've been explosive, they've been in your face. And I actually think this could be a really exciting game for that reason, because NAVI, very structured team, expecting certain answers, expecting certain reactions, certain responses. Karrigan feels like he's throwing the old strap book out the window, and FaZe are playing a lot more loose, which has been enjoyable to watch. The question is, will that work against a tier 1 team? Today we find out. FaZe with a pistol round, NAVI run it through main. And it's all about that next gun. Frozen looks to get us there quickly.
Stat pad round for Frozen. And Elige is here. He also wants some of these numbers. Number go up. Elige gets smiley. Oh, you don't want the number to go down.
Towing that thin line. FaZe walk the walk, and they talk the talk. 2-0, 5 alive. Here's the gun round. Positions, let's see where Mikaze's playing. Is he on that B-bomb site, right? JL was actually a really rock-solid BCT Ancient player, if you even remember that major run back in Copenhagen. Huge part of it as well. He's had some serious highlights in this position. How much swap do we have around on this CT side for NAVI? Will Mikaze just kind of fill in similar positions? Wouldn't surprise me. He was the firepower piece of that NAVI junior roster. Starting in mid with Ema. Gonna get some nades in.
FaZe just want to go B. It's a low econ round, it's their bonus, and so they send the MAC-10s in first. They've got Elige playing the trade game. He's had some gnarly openers into this B site in Cologne thus far. That could have been another. Instead, the backstab gets denied. And it's well handled here for NAVI and all the chaos that FaZe throw their way, but the job's not done yet. Rain getting away with that kill on the full health Alexi leaves just 2 wounded players up for NAVI. Mikaze in a little bit closer. Ema taking first contact. He's got slightly more health here. How does Rain want to try and piece together this clutch? 1v3 as it begins. And as he makes his way out here into the double stack, Rain will get churned up.
A nice reposition there for NAVI to go both inside of the site. They were both on the long side, CT side, and they cross in while Rain is still in cave. So it's a very awkward 50-50 angle to come through. NAVI just throw bodies at the problem, and turns out to be the answer.
So while we have a little minute, let's just kind of think, right, in terms of what's hype about this game right now? You have the Mikaze debut. We're keeping a very close eye on him. You have the Brokey back question mark in FaZe Clan. And then to kind of put a nice little bow on it is the great stylistic matchup that this provides. FaZe is a more free-flowing, thriving in the chaos type squad at NAVI, a system team through and through. And a system that's had to get used to accommodating a new player at that.
Yeah, the lobby was out yesterday. You know, we saw NAVI talking about this new addition, saying he's a bit of a sponge, taking a lot of info, asking a lot of questions. So we'll see if that is going to be the development of this new player. Right now, leaning in towards mid, he's come back to A to help out with Wonderful. FaZe in a 3-on-5, losing those couple of fights in middle. And a bit of a weird smoke on the bomb site. They're going to move through, try and split it. Huge kill for Frozen. If this was ever going to happen, that's a prerequisite. But they've got to flush Brokey out. 10 health, bomb low. Carrigan needs a kill now.
He's got good ground, and they've at least forced this Temple player away. Ema over here on the spawn side is getting a lot of pressure put on, but will respond and lives long enough for Bit to get there. Only Carrigan remains, and Alexi just pieces that together in time.
Yeah, it feels like FaZe are in two minds there. Carrigan maybe calling, I have timing, I'm flanking, but his team is scaling in. Didn't want to fall back in main and buy a few more seconds, hold their flanks, give Carrigan the room. Probably expecting a fight in Temple, but NAVI again reset, come in together through a choke point. Take that second round. For the first couple of gun rounds here, it seems like the position swaps are a bit off of the A anchor. He's playing B right now. Makazi supporting middle. Wonderful, of course, going to be floating with the orb. We're going to see him wherever he wants to go, really. For now, just still on the rifles. FaZe are back to pistols. Should be easily done. No nades to stop Wonderful.
Oh, it's a little ugly. Well handled by Makazi, though.
Yeah, pillar.
Doesn't crumble under the pressure. Moving into a site that's really starting to feel the burn after a wonderful whiff. Makazi mops up.
Reassuring round, if nothing else.
Other thing, obviously, that's sick here with Makazi being someone that's kind of been on the radar for a little bit now. Brokey last year picked him as his bold prediction.
Oh.
He said, you know, thinks he's got what it takes. Flames as well was the other guy who picked Makazi. Said that that's from a mixture of kind of playing with him in pugs, kind of seeing what he brings to the table. Flames is very complimentary, saying he thought this guy brought a great energy to games, very communicative, and was able to output a hell of a lot.
Probably what NAVI need, right? You know, losing JL is a big piece of the vibe, of the chemistry, of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed as well in all the interviews, everyone does speak to Makazi's joke cracking. So I'm curious. I think he's a bit of a clown.
Oh. Might have to get him some interviews then. Him and Kurisuke learning what media days look like.
There's the opening for Rain over in Cave.
Can do it on both sides.
Just a very safe pair of hands in this position.
No rush to progress here. FaZe have a flank. Ooh.
Wild. Quick reaction from Wonderful down through the ramp. And that's alleviated a lot of pressure here, even dealing with Frozen on this Red Room lurk. And it feels like Makazi's ready for more.
FaZe mid-rounding.
Trying to change their mind on the fly. Oh, Ema's so blind at the hands of that flash. It didn't even look that good. But it's caught him back in the donut. Alige gets away with murder. And this leaves us in a 2v2. Bomb planted. Rain and Brokey. Not a lot of time to get comfortable here, but they are in a strong crossfire. The AWP looks on from the spawn. That leaves Makazi to make the play. To try and bring NAVI back into this retake. His third kill. Silenced now by Brokey. Playing with fire. Brokey burns him. And FaZe tie this up, some mid-round in there to bring themselves back into that round.
We see old meets new there. We see Rain on a micro level kind of caught out by Makazi. He has shadow advantage, but off of the flash, he thinks Makazi's coming out of Temple. It's Rain who initiates, loses that fight, and thank goodness Brokey is still standing still to keep the round in FaZe's hand, saves the Orb too. That's a very difficult mid-round for FaZe to pull themselves back out of after they get mopped up in red by Makazi, but a round nonetheless for FaZe as they look to trade it out with NAVI going blow for blow, breaking the 3-round streak.
I mean, I think that round already shows why this is such a cool game stylistically. NAVI have their almost, you know, decision matrix, a little tree that they go back to play around in these rounds. Good set reactions, and FaZe always down to take the pace out of it in those mid rounds and try to squeak out any type of advantage.
Oof.
Awkward clash for Frozen, but he will make it past. Just that nade finding damage, no spam from Alexi.
A lot of info here, though, for NAVI. They know that FaZe going for one of their very standard rounds, which is just taking mid-control from Heaven. FaZe don't hurry off this position. They realize it's completely empty.
One of the things that has felt nice about seeing Rain, you know, more involved over towards Cave again is I feel like players just try and spam it less, even when he's on the T side taking that real estate. I feel like so often he'll win that spam battle. Now he's going to try and tee up his teammates to get away with donut control. Wonderful, and Makazi feeling the pressure again as FaZe once more come for their bomb site.
Oh, really forcing that wonderful, huge kill. He's going to commit behind the box. He's going to stay inside the site. He needs a little bit more. Already tagged up, no armor as they hunt him down. That's a good flash, and Wonderful makes the most of it. 2 shots land. It's winnable for NAVI. There's no smokes down. FaZe have to take fights, and they face forward with damage, but no more. Ema floods the bomb site, and FaZe, they needed that spray to connect from Elige. Without it, it's a Rain 1v3.
Trying to bait him into the side player. It's a strong setup for NAVI. Rain, it can't break through.
NAVI are playing with balls right now. That's what I like to see. They are not giving any respect to FaZe in these bomb sites. When FaZe took B, NAVI ran through their util, their short smoke, their mollies to try and retake it. And there again, FaZe, no smokes for CT. NAVI realize, and they take every single fight. Even just that addition, maybe freeing up NAVI a little bit. You know, everyone's a little bit more motivated. Everyone has something to prove. Players are communicating more, calling for flashes, offering flashes. These little details can go a long way. Seeing NAVI set up their teammates very well right now. And it's broken FaZe's economy again.
The 2 Deagles kick to the wayside. And so looking to be a clean finish here for NAVI.
Kazi playing with ego, with confidence. 10-5, top performer in the server right now.
I mean, former coach from NAVI Junior said first time he met him, it was Makazi saying, just let me go and kill them. And they laughed about it, but apparently when he saw him doing it in the server, knew that this guy was destined for tier 1.
Okay. And I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, Kaisuke definitely had a lot of attention for good reason. But the thing that I always found that was interesting about those academy teams was every time you saw NAVI Junior match up against Spirit Academy, especially towards the latter end of those rosters, NAVI Junior had them in the bag basically every time. Like the last 2 BO3s, they picked up as well. So
I mean, dude, I think the like NAVI Academy program is fantastic. Wow. They have a lot of good players in there.
You heard of Monacy?
Yeah.
You heard of Head Trick?
Exactly. And you know, it's not even just the case though, like the names from the past that have gone on to succeed. I think even looking at this current squad that Makazi was plucked from, they've won 4 events this year. Managed to crack into the top 30 on the rankings. That's for an academy squad. Kind of a similar vibe to, you know, like the Mao's NXTs of old.
Yeah, sure. I mean, so good NAVI had to let him go. Be free. Flap your wings. We're going to see them as well in the next event. NAVI here posturing on this B-bomb site. Wonderful's been pushed back by Molly Fire and a smoke. He tries to hide on the edge. No scope up. Wonderful hits his shot and evades capture.
Yeah, good stuff on the reroute here. Wonderful. Felt very mobile on this AWP. Like a very lethal form of ballet played by Wonderful on the side of NAVI.
FaZe have to take something, they know.
Yeah, they feel so boxed in. That's the problem. And so looking for a way to alleviate just how restricted you feel. They try and take short back from Wonderful, and he'll make them regret it. Only Brokey left standing. Oh, that's a wild way to open. Hot hands now. Can Brokey go any further? They just heard the tag on Alexi. That's the info. Brokey's got everything laid out in front of him. Ema, the last guy left, and this is Brokey's B-site. FaZe, faith in Brokey, back in the roster after Austin. And a wild 1v3 to bring them into Ancient.
A stunning shot on the short player. One tap and a little mistake that will make Blade tut, I bet. NAVI shooting their teammate in the back of the head. It gave away info, crucial info to Brokey. And he just pieces it together with ease. That was FaZe's money on the line. In a disadvantage yet again. They managed to do it once more. Fast, ferocious out middle. Wonderful breaks the smoke to make things favored again, but FaZe have done this from 3v4 before. They charge into the A-bomb site. Wonderful looking to go through once more. Ema fighting from Donut. He's got that support. NAVI 1-2 punch knockout blow in this A-bomb site. NAVI take the lead back. Reality check for FaZe.
I mean, yeah, you're riding that high of the 1v3. You're playing with some real pace and aggression, and you get decisively slapped back by NAVI in the follow-up round. Wonderful, still remaining very active on this AWP.
Yeah, he's coming
that was honestly like something we kind of started to see in like the latter stages of last season. It felt like Wonderful was trying to be more involved on the AWP. It feels like there's been even more onus put on that now with this roster change, because Wonderful's felt very active here all across the map, keen to be involved in these opening duels. And NAVI feeling all the better for it. He's topping the board alongside his kind of counterpart that he's often been battling alongside of in Makazi, that latest addition to this NAVI project.
FaZe have had no luck come their way on these pistol rounds. Doesn't look like it's going to change. NAVI contact down the ramp, take two. And a nice simple spray for Makazi. Trying to showcase his mechanics here, just hanging around in middle for the kill. He's going to get it as well. 3 more, add them to the tally as NAVI sit with 7 on the CT side. 2KD for Makazi at the half. We have one more chance for FaZe to break in.
I mean, these rounds have been very, very quick from FaZe Clan.
It's the chaos we talked about.
But here versus NAVI feels like it's left them, you know, running into these crossfires, running into util. The amount of times I've been able to see, you know, Wonderful can hang around for a second shot because he's had a supportive flash on its way.
Seems a lot more free, doesn't he? Oh.
This time, NAVI are the ones to set the pace, set the precedent in this round. They come through with mid-aggression. That is a knockout blow to FaZe Clan.
Couldn't have timed that better. FaZe retook mid with flashes, and then NAVI flashed at the same time. That's not even a reaction. It's a bit of fortune going a long way, and FaZe committed, blinded in middle. I don't think that could have gone better for NAVI. Really good call. And now, with so many of these rounds have petered out into these positions, 3 on 5, where FaZe don't have a lot of control or util. Rain's going to throw some nades and hope for the best here. NAVI rotate one player out, but it's still a triple stack on B, and they're getting investigatory as well down the ramp.
Oh, the timing on this is brutal. Brokey caught with a knife pulled, and that aggression finds the perfect gap for NAVI. They take a time to bring the fight to FaZe. It's their time to come through with the aggression. and they send them packing out of the half with 8 rounds for NAVI, who go on to recover from that slow start in the pistol.
They look like they can go on forever, and it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon. Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
Oh, that was so saucy.
So creamy.
You were talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
Today at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2025, the next generation are teaching us a thing or two with Koyasuke's debut earlier in the day. Makazi, at his first international LAN, his first Tier 1 event, is showing up in spades for Natas Vincia. 14-7 after the first half. NAVI fight back against a fierce FaZe, and they take them on the CT side of Ancient. It's FaZe's pick, and they've got to pick up this pistol.
Yeah, without it, they're going to be in dire straits at FaZe Clan. This whole map would feel like it's rapidly getting away from them. With Navi's pick and Mirage up next, FaZe want to bring themselves back into Ancient. Navi, eyes set on an A play. It's 3 through Donut, 2 in main, Frozen requesting some support. Also has a Liege moving in, but it's 2 players in Temple here for FaZe Clan. Yeah, Bits at least made it the case that it's just the one now.
Oh, how do you win this?
Smoke start to fade, but yeah, something's got to give. You need that first kill just to kind of bring you into the retake if you're FaZe, and they can't find it. Pressured to start making moves is Liege, but nothing gained yet for FaZe Clan. Finally, Liege delivers the goods. He's got Rain still in the picture alongside him. Never mind, Rain is a dead man. Only Liege It's all Elige, and he'll get finished off. NAVI, one hell of a pistol round, bit with the 4K.
Including a knife. How did he do that? He knifed Brokey somewhere.
There's so much chaos in that round.
I love how NAVI don't peel back in the 5v4 and go, oh, guys, play donut. Let's play save. Let's play the bomb. No, they keep the pressure on the whole time. That's what this NAVI have been doing. All map on the CT side, never playing slow retakes, always keeping the... Oh, my God. Oh, it was a fair fight.
I mean, honorable from Brokey.
Fair fight. He got dodged.
You know, you can say whatever you want about Brokey, but you can't say he's not honorable.
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 That's the one.
The H is silent.
Honorable.
Honorable Brokey.
More like, no, offerable. Offerable to Bit for a knife kill. Bit with the moves though. Walked back on that one. Smooth. And now FaZe force up. Desperate times. You know the rest. Down the ramp, full control. NAVI have cave. They could flank them from the B bomb site. FaZe will be ready for that though. Oh dear, that's how it gets out of control. 2 kills in the cave. Makazi comes to save the day. Stop those guns from getting picked up. Fine, Rain, you can have a Mac 10. That's where I draw the line. 3 on 3 and gaps are open. Timings are available. FaZe look to take them. Oh, boost.
The aggression into cave.
Boosting or just chilling?
Side by side, just hoping to play the trade game of FaZe Clan, knowing that even if Makazi's real quick, the most he can get is 1.
And the blood on the wall, really annoying. Can't see the player fully. They saw him.
Tap on the bomb. Ooh, 1 to the dome on that first jiggle. Wonderful, trying to peel away, but he's only got 20 seconds left in the round, and this A play is not safe. Elige lies in wait. I just catch Wonderful with the back turned. FaZe, a much-needed 4-spy round win in this second half.
And it looked like it was going so well for NAVI. It's just the fact that FaZe turn around and realize they could be deep through cave. It's a good realization from Rain and Frozen, who catch NAVI shifting into B.
There you go. Who could ever forget when Carrigan opened his mouth and like he was from... Oh, I forget the name of the film, actually.
Oh, yeah. Reference game.
Oh, dude, the reference game's fallen off so much. Is it like the...
I don't know what you're saying.
The one where they go... with the mouth open.
Not narrowing it down there.
Oh, dude. It was nearly a good bit.
Well, that's a good bit.
There you go.
Screaming his way up the B-bomb site. Entry onto Rain. Brokey, we don't need to talk about it. Just pretend it didn't happen. But it is going to cost you maybe the map. B site falling, and even though FaZe win their force, they lose the next. Oopsie.
They're going to need a way out. Luckily enough, I know what Carrigan's going to call next round.
Oh, I wish I could warn our audio only listeners.
I think that's what he's going to call. If I had to guess. We'll check.
Oh dear, that hurt my ears. Well, 2 guns saved is better than none, as the old saying goes. NAVI on to 10. Carrigan's got nothing. He's listening. Neo locking in with a timeout that has to save FaZe. And save face, more importantly. Trading 4-spy rounds out now. NAVI with a lot of confidence in this game, though. That's one thing I am enjoying to watch. They do look like the pressure's almost off. Not scared of this FaZe Cinderella story. Makaze out middle. On his lonesome, smoking off the donut with 3 eyes on mid right now. That gives room for Na'Vi to make space on B. If they could just find that entry onto Karrigan, that could be huge. Great
Nade was
grenade.
brutal, man.
Yeah, but he still killed.
150 damage nade lobbed into Na'Vi. Still need Karrigan to put up a bit of a hold here. Just the one and done. Wonder if that damage will be enough. Brokey on the spam and knocks out Wonderful from play, and Rain holds on to his side of the deal over in Cave. Oh, well, at least for one. About all you could have asked for, but that has opened up the back door. Makaze trying to keep that porch light on. Will get it snuffed out in mid.
It's a good rotation for Ima to leave quickly, but he thinks he's being flanked, and FaZe have decided to reset and enforce that B bomb site. Ima having a look. Spotted now. And just has to find a clean entry or save. He really thinks they're behind him in middle. Drops in. AK available, but this looks like it's done already. 15 seconds. An A plant is unrealistic. And so FaZe respond. Those saved 2 rifles, very important.
Counter-terrorists win.
Maybe a Jet 2 holiday for FaZe as they look to try jet themselves back into this game. Step in the right direction, sure. Still a ways to go. They could break Na'Vi's money here and now. A Liege dead first. There's Rain and Karrigan with aggression. All the way down through ramp. Has them rolled out in front of him. Alexi dealt with first. Wasn't able to flick back on a bit in time. Bit with the double keeps this round alive for Na'Vi.
Makaze, does he hang around middle? It looks like he's checking A push as FaZe retake this space. Oh, this could go either way right now with the bomb rotating back through spawn. FaZe, they've heard it. The penny's dropped. Both players come back to fight that bomb. If they can drop it here and now, they're going to let it sneak by, knowing that they have the element of surprise. They have the timing on this flank. This is smart from FaZe. Wonderful. Might just be caught shot in the back of the head. Timing eludes him. There's that bomb. Makaze seen as well. Lots of info here for FaZe.
Not easy for Makaze. First kill found, but there was Brokey playing in tandem.
And no winning this
Bomb
again.
away from Bit, and no chance. There just simply isn't time. He might have that one kill right there. Certainly had a chance to find Raid. But it's not a winning recipe to the round. It's just a battle for survival here. Oh, that's brutal.
And that's, 2 entries for Brokey, and the round just falls apart off of the mid-round call. Lovely push from FaZe. You do feel like if Na'Vi don't make those steps in T-Spawn water, FaZe would flank B, they would get lost, get caught on Bit, and they would probably lose to the post plant on A by virtue of position, but that's why you got to shift through spawn.
Gap continues to close. Money gone for Na'Vi. FaZe just a 3-round gap to close up. Got to keep their head screwed on, though. Even these pistol rounds can sometimes get weird. Deagle and a P250 here, but this A site well entrenched. They've got 2 players ready to go. It's Brokey and Frozen. So you'd like to think this should be enough for FaZe. Oh my god. Oh, Brokey, dude, tap only. Don't waste your time spraying. He is feeling it with the one-taps today.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when you know they can't shoot back on Glocks, but it's very clean.
Yeah, well, you know, the 1v3 earlier was
True.
the staple of it, you know. I'm just saying.
He's locked in.
Just an observation, Hugo.
He's locked in. I will not deny you that.
You know, I respect the taps, man.
True.
Because he uses, like, the one-tap gun anyway, but it's just, like, no skill. And doing it with a rifle, now that's impressive.
Yeah. Do it with a deagle next, Harry.
No one's ready for the conversation.
Which one?
AWPing is just gross. The AWP should be removed.
No. Not gonna join you on that.
No one's ready for that conversation.
No, you're right. No one's ready. Filthy rifler.
Big up Helvis, though.
True. Who's Brokey? Never heard of him. Oh, that guy FaZe kicked. This new pickup, though. Young Latvian potential.
Full of life. Loves to talk.
Mr. Helvis. Helvis isn't dead, they say. I heard him on the radio. Straight out mid. Makaze with a nice double entry as FaZe swing the smoke. He will get punished, but NAVI are trading right now, and it's going to their favor. Just keep it basic, boys. Back to B with a 4-on-2. What could go wrong? Oh, FaZe are gambling. That's what could go wrong. Even going to start to look elsewhere. Even a smoke in CT might make FaZe rotate off their bomb site. NAVI communicating. Figuring out the best way to close what should be a simple round.
Sad thing for FaZe is that, like, this is essentially a coin flip, you know? Like, their best bet is to stay together, and because they've regrouped in this kind of defensive stance, they're just playing as a pack. They've picked one of the sides. They've tried to figure out where NAVI might end up based on the info they had, like, 30 seconds ago. And so this is on a bit of a feeling, believing that they're going to link back up with Ema. But he's now seen a shadow. Now, the bomb is actually going A. FaZe were right in the destination they've picked. But it's only Rain left floating around here. Ema at 1 health. That bomb moving in to join him. NAVI don't give Rain a chance in this 1-on-4. Only 2 players in the site in front of Rain. Bits embarking on a backstab, so Rain's going to play through on the tap of that bomb, and Alexi will deal with him. Nearly an awkward round for NAVI, but they're able to compose themselves there and stop Rain in his clutch.
I mean, the gamble is right on the money for FaZe. Despite that smoke in CT being a bit of a fake out, it still ends up being NAVI's decision. But better to be decisive than uncertain. They 3-on-1 him. And NAVI take the round, converting on that double kill opened up by the new boy on the NAVI block. And a damn good debut, 18 and 13. Has not looked uncomfortable, has delivered in his positions.
The other thing that I think just felt sick is, you know, whenever he's getting or kind of run at, like there were a bunch of times, especially in that first half, where he would have, you know, 2-3 players coming his way. Those are high pressure moments. That's where, you know, you're at your first international LAN. You're getting run at by grizzled veterans of FaZe Clan. They've got supportive util, 3 pairs of eyes looking at you. And it felt like so often he was good to get out of those moments with multi-kills. I swear more often than not, it felt like he would actually get all the fights and stay alive till a little bit later in the round.
Yeah, he's got 5 multi-kills in the game, top of his team in that regard.
So yeah, Makaze doesn't really deal in one-and-dones. He's loved going for more in all of these moments.
All right, this can still get difficult for NAVI if they lose this round. They are not out of the woods. Take it here and now, and FaZe are broke against Map Point. Scoreline is closer than it may seem. But NAVI have definitely felt like the strongest squad in this map. FaZe hanging on by a thread. Molly's land at their feet. Brokey, can he get one like Wonderful did? No, he pushes through. Denied by Alexi. Molly in the cave could be very uncomfortable as that cooks Rain as well, and he's got no smoke to put it out. NAVI with a plant. NAVI surely with the round, but the break on the smoke. Whoa, Carrigan, where's that come from? And Rain holds his position. It looked so good until it didn't. Ema 1v4.
I'll give him room to go and take that fight for free. Ema's got something going here. Elige left to find. Ema brings him down low. Can't finish finish the job.
Scammed.
He could feel he was on his way to that clutch, so the disappointment's there. Just denied. Elige getting out 11 HP to keep that round contained and belong in a FaZe clan.
Oh, that was so nice for Ema out of nowhere. And yeah, the wallbangs on Elige. He's definitely getting too many hits there for that to not feel like a kill. Great break for Karrigan. Throws a spanner in a round that NAVI were about to take cave with multiple players. Rain would not have gotten out as well as he did. But Karrigan offers support. And Elige does close it out. FaZe is still here to play.
I think even Ema's reaction speaks volumes about that last round. It's frustrating because he knows the clutch was so available. That could have been 12 for NAVI. That could have been the crushing defeat dealt to FaZe clan. The straw that breaks the camel's back. Instead, FaZe are still in this game.
It is impressive that FaZe are in this game, to be honest, from just how it's felt. FaZe have won some really crucial rounds to keep their economy intact. But at the same time, when we look at the force buys, NAVI were winning them out in the first half. Or at least, sorry, the economy rounds, the ones that dictated how much FaZe even had.
Ooh.
Now, Brokey, give him an AWP. He'll give you an entry.
Yeah, last round that AWP was the Paper Tiger. This time the Silk Tiger puts down Alexi on that cave run-up. A real threat provided by that Brokey AWP is going to scare NAVI away from the B side of the map for the time being.
Gotta dig deep. Frozen, extremely strong position, and he's still got nades to spam. Smoke in Donut, and NAVI wanted to come through. 30-second smoke is a big problem. NAVI might have to come through. If they don't save, are they actually going to save in this 4v5? It's 20 seconds, boys. Where are you ending up? The entry comes onto Karrigan, but it does feel too late. Unless they knife out through main right now, it's not happening. NAVI call it off in a 4v4 because of the smoke from Elige. They want to maximize their rifle rounds, and even though kills are getting delivered, it's not enough. That's really awkward for NAVI. It's well done from FaZe to hold on to their util so late in the game.
I mean, I can imagine that round of FaZe serves as a bit of a reminder of what they're up against. NAVI not afraid to play to the extremities of the clock, but that is going to make this util very valuable down the stretch. I think up until now, FaZe have been very focused on playing their own game, staying true to their own style, which is bringing this early aggression, going for key map control. That round there is won out just by holding on to your util.
I don't really blame the save for NAVI. It's annoying because it ends in a 4v3, so it looks silly, but that's only because they're out of time. And they want to get as many gun rounds as possible. And like we said in that last round, that Elige won, NAVI, that's their money gone. So at least they're allowed yet again another buy. But this is going to go down all the way to the final couple of rounds of reg, and maybe even more. As FaZe can force NAVI to make an uncomfortable decision in that next round, just by winning here. Trust in Makaze. Looks like he wants that mid fight. He's been delivering these opening kills alongside Bit. Spotted on the break though. Elige rally shots through, they connect some damage. FaZe are happy with that. And they go back to their setup. 3-2 yet again. And Brokey getting eager. This could be well timed. One more smoke. It's on Elige again. He's doing the same thing. Hoping NAVI try and mid-round back to Donuts.
I think it's worth mentioning FaZe are a team that put a lot of stock in keeping their nades till late in the round, and I've noticed a pattern where they try and always have one in the end of the round timeline. You saw it bail Karrigan out a couple of rounds back when he held on to his. Still have one to try and cut down these Na'Vi smokes when they make their play, but that's an awkward miss from Brokey. It's not going to get better. Brokey's iced out. Carrigan over at long, only good for the first. It's Rain starting to feel pressure. They've taken over his bomb site. On for the retake now, our FaZe clan. This comeback hinges on winning this round, putting down Navi save and making the retake happen. Frozen, that looks too easy for him. A lineup on long and a tie game now as FaZe bring this one back all the way.
I don't know how they're winning these rounds as well. They're winning rounds where Brokey's whiffing and he's getting opening kill chances. He got 2 shots out there, didn't hit them. Don't get me wrong, he's had some great rounds, but more so on the rifle at times. And even though the AWP lets down the B hold, Carrigan and Rain again put up a stellar hold. Buy time for that rotate to finish the job, and now Na'Vi, that difficult decision, that half buy comes through. They got a plant, they get a couple of guns, but this one is looking like 24 rounds.
Maybe something a little bit faster here for Na'Vi. Ema with the spawn, and one of these 2 guns in the round tries opening cave side. But Brokey takes this sight line, takes full ownership of it, and knocks out that first man bound for the cave. That's put a bit of a spanner in the works for Na'Vi.
Another rifle to grab at least, but it's just not how Na'Vi wanted the round to begin. They're beginning stalled out towards this B bomb site. Oh dear.
It's great to see him though. Brokey,
when he's on,
sharp as ever. A lot of movement here on this CT half.
Back to the B site. Says Elige, you can take mid, bro.
And not defined by some of the awkward misses you've seen him have in this game. Brokey still making moves.
Everything's forgiven if you put on the game-winning kills at the end. Now Na'Vi just have to go and hope. Third shot connects.
Go on, Brokey. Why
Oh.
not? Get all 5. Brokey just shy of the ace. But it's not bad. He's at a 1v3 in this series already and a couple of stellar multi-kills. Brokey doing all he can to keep FaZe Clan in Ancient.
Yeah, round 22, never heard of it. I didn't see it. I wasn't there. Round 23, that's more like it for Brokey. Mobile as ever and connects every shot that FaZe need to find map point on their pick. This is the full buy. We've been waiting rounds for this for Na'Vi. Wonderful finally having an AWP. Is it too late though? Did they squander their opportunity?
Had a golden chance, and you know, it's in round 24 now. You think back to that Ema reaction at the tail end of his failed 1v4 when he gets Elige down to 10 HP, and you saw how frustrated he was. That could have been the round that put Na'Vi onto map point. This game would have already been over. FaZe were broke in the next round if they let Ema cook in that situation. But instead, that's why all that frustration kicks in for Na'Vi. It meant the job was not done.
This is very early on the mid-read clear. This is earlier than FaZe have been going for it if they commit. They molly the box where Makazi's been sitting, but he's still at elbow. FaZe don't throw it away on the mid-fight. They leave Brokey to wait. Smoked off again. But this is posturing here for Na'Vi. They still look like they want to end B. Molly on Rain's a big problem. Forces him in though, and no one's ready with his smoke down. It's another double on this B hold. Na'Vi a man down to try and save their game. Not looking good. Elige's dropped the orb. Elige's wallbanged the bomb. And Makazi, it was a great debut, it was a great showing, but he's going to fall short in the 1v3. Surely they're sticking it, seconds to spare. FaZe get it over the line at 13-11, and robbery at the last hour for FaZe with 5 straight on this CT side. That one's going to leave a mark.
Expecting a strong showing from Na'Vi. I think we could have 3 maps on our hands.
I'd certainly like to think so, right? Just to get these players and these teams battle hardened in Cologne Stage 2. This is day 1 of the second stage, and we have, well, only a certain amount of spots in the playoffs to go. 3 teams from each group. Will NAVI or FaZe be one of them? The opening match carries so much weight. Have this B rush here. Carrigan gets a good molly in. Frozen gets avoided as a result as they drop into the bomb site. Frozen didn't want to reveal his trap, but he had to. And even then, it's too late. Carrigan does fall at the cost of that. It all goes a little bit wrong for FaZe. NAVI change their plant position.
Bomb has been planted.
And that should be it. Rain has smoke kit.
Oh. And he's pretty sharp with the pistol. Oh, they've seen him, and now they know Rain in the lion's den. And unsurprisingly, he gets mauled by the lions.
That's how it tends to go. I mean, this is NAVI's, I don't need to tell you, anyone who's heard of Counter-Strike knows this is NAVI's go-to map, right? And it was for the longest time when they were at their peak. And it's also similarly a very simple map to slot in a younger player, and one that will definitely have experience on Mirage. So I think this one should go a lot better for NAVI as you were setting up. FaZe info play on ramp before Spy's out.
Yeah, only seen FaZe play Mirage once here in Cologne in stage 1, and that was in that Team Liquid matchup.
Oh, dominant.
They did dominate them there. It was a weird start to the series, though. Liquid a very, very slow beginning in that one. And so I don't necessarily think we know exactly how FaZe feel on Mirage yet. NAVI's certainly I think, more proven team here on this map. Carrigan going to win awards for that. The Deagle brushed aside.
That's a save, or at least it should be, unless something really gets thrown away to FaZe here. Just give your Force by another go in the next. Grab some exits, grab some guns. It's already quite nice, and there's going to be more skirmishes before all is said and done. Oh, wonderful. Maybe leaving... Oh, he is saving through apartments. He will have to fight his way out here. Alexi's going to die to bomb or to rain. Oh. It's up to him which. And they do exit apartments, so a Liege. One more before all is said and done. Alexi's dead. Yeah, Rain missed
Rise in the bag, bro. It's done. Dead to the bomb. Alexi B.
They'll take it. Early lead. FaZe still on Eco or on Force. Let's see if NAVI have reinvented the wheel here coming into a new season. On a map like Mirage that they mastered already before.
Rain with a Galil. Biggest gun in the right place here for FaZe Clan. He does have all of NAVI leaping out in front of him. They've lobbed this kind of lurk smoke through in front of the NAVI util, just so NAVI have to constantly look at a bench push. Be worried about that. But leaving this to spam a FaZe Clan, and NAVI can certainly put more bullets down range. Just this litany of rifles for the NAVI side of things.
It's going to clear it. Oh
no. Makazi dead. Frozen's going to follow up. 2 off the MP9. I thought this was meant to be nerfed. What's Frozen doing with it? Only Ema left standing. Boxed into a corner, but Brokey on the scout doesn't have the time to win this round. Ema stands tall. The one man that could stop Frozen on his reign of terror with that pocket rifle, apparently, the MP9, like a laser.
Dude, that was insane. They're just bursting as well, blowing heads off at afar.
Like, it's not a good gun at range anymore. That's what makes
I guess
it
he's
so
just
mad.
bursting, right? It's more the spray, the continuous spray that's really been nerfed for this gun. So just getting those pinpoint headshots. Nice triple, some damage done, something that FaZe can aim to capitalize on here as NAVI don't have a lot to show other than what they brought up. Nice little clutch up from Ema to keep this scoreline flawless here for NAVI. This round could decide whether we get a dominant T-side or not. They can just keep FaZe under their thumb. Looking like a B finish here. Alexi opting not to smoke yet as they get blocked on the short side. That's where they wanted to go. Ema coming out under. And maybe a change of heart here for NAVI as they send the bomb back down lower. Opting not to commit to this B site. More util lands. At any point, FaZe clearing out the ramp. So if NAVI do decide to end A, they've got to worry about Frozen's late play. Oh, he's big flanking though.
Nah, he realized all this util with his footsteps. The Liege can hear movement. So can Rain. And so Frozen is called back. Bomb plant.
That's crazy.
Bomb plant denied, but it takes a little longer than you would have liked from Rain, and that leaves him with no ammo, forces Frozen to get involved, and they're thankful he's there. Wonderful, no time to win this round. NAVI try to come up through the connector.
I don't know if Makazi's being told to do that or if that's his decision, but just going straight for the plant. Yeah, they had 15 seconds, but he had no one covering him on Tetris, on ramp, on Palace. He was on his own on that plant. They hadn't found Rain. They didn't even know about Frozen, who's meant to be the B short player. And so the bomb's just denied immediately. And no one there to help Makazi out. So the 1-2 punch on ramp does win FaZe the round, but it's not as clean as can be for NAVI, who now have very little economy. Those expensive anti-ecos.
Oh, Rain gets to the spot, but they're already pretty deep. Like, that's late to get that info on the jump spot. They're already out over towards Sandwich.
Oh.
Gonna force some quick shots from the Brokey AWP as these pistols moving closer. Rain's also low.
No.
This is two guns on a platter in the spawn. And so it's very important that Carrigan arrives here, alleviates some of the pressure. Rain's wallbang takes it one step further. And Ema is iced out by Frozen.
Wild
Team
round.
ace from FaZe Clan.
Yeah.
Amidst all that madness, they find a way to pull their weight.
Oh, some stress right now for NAVI as FaZe are not afraid to meet them in the middle. Spamming walls, re-peeking constantly. Brokey with multiple missed shots, none of that mattering. As FaZe holds strong on the A site again. That's an overstimulating round for NAVI. And so just pistols.
Ooh. Wonderful knowing he's lucky to still be alive. Tried that pre-fire on the D through mid. Familiar light for him going up against Brokey's AWP there. And in his better judgment, decides he'll just join the rest of the gang in this A play.
Meanwhile, FaZe have full mid information. So they should be very quick to react to any kind of play now, with the Liege going even further, clearing out top mid. That's going to reinforce the bomb sites. Brokey needs to hit his just to stop this from getting weird. Again, a miss. The rifle reliable from Rain. And Brokey will stop that bomb. Flawless for FaZe. That is very well done. 2 for Brokey, 3 for Rain. And FaZe level up to Navi's scoreline as the buy comes back in.
One of the things that just felt like a bit of a treat watching Rain here in Cologne is I feel like he synergizes really well, no matter the teammate he's alongside of. In stage 1, it was kind of him and Elige constantly roaming around, feeling like a real nuisance. But here on Mirage, you've glimmers of kind of him and Frozen going for some of these aggro pushes. There, he's playing around Brokey's contact. He's very, very good. It's shaping to the exact mold required in these moments. He'll do whatever to get the most mileage for him and his team.
Yeah, and I wonder if Navi know to exploit what FaZe have been doing a lot. They did it plenty of times in the Liquid game. They've already done it here as well on Mirage. It's just constantly leaving Karrigan solo B and having Frozen take ramp with Rain. They did it all the time in that Liquid match. And yeah, Navi almost hit that B bomb site, but Karrigan was saving his smokes to the right time, and that's what part of why Navi went back late underpass and went into that A stack. So let's see if they can exploit this. If it continues to be a factor, Frozen is back on B in this round as Navi have everything to play with but the AWP. But FaZe are picking up steam, no doubt about it. I wasn't coming into this second map expecting a 2-0 from FaZe, but I think anything's possible.
Yeah, that's kind of the odd thing right now, right? You're expecting at any moment Na'Vi are going to be able to get back on the horse and kind of get back to winning. But they haven't found that breakthrough round yet, and FaZe fairly decisively have been taking these over the line. Couple of flawless rounds on this tie game. Good trades down here in middle. That Brokey AWP with support from Rain was meant to thin the herd. That's some fine trigger work from Bit. 2 clean kills on the cross. That leaves it on Karrigan. Bit known for his headshots. He's got 2 fantastic ones in the round already. Might need a third as this flank from Karrigan comes in on a pretty quick timing. Alexi tucked in the sight is right now focused on Palace. Karrigan has seen the barrel. His teammate commed that across.
Huh?
Both players on his screen for a moment. Karrigan looked a little overwhelmed there. That's an ugly 1v2. He was certainly in with the chance.
Not gonna lie, that's a bit of a choke. I just not expecting to see that from Karrigan. His mechanics is one thing, but he kind of panicked. Saw that player in CT, could have triggered discipline, taken 2 kills, had info, and he just shot like he'd been seen. Maybe he thought, so tunnel visioned on the default guy, maybe he thought the CT guy saw him. I don't know. It's a bit of an ugly look. As Na'Vi do find that breakpoint round. And that's what we were waiting for. To capitalize on it now, close on the A ramp. Rain again. He's been reliable, but finally put down by the new boy. Kazi with a 5v4, under denied by Elige, but there's more in middle, and Frozen's holding a shot. Here's that third piece on A that we talked about. It catches him by surprise yet again. Frozen, uncleared. You find that A anchor, you do not expect B short in your balcony. And so the little trick up FaZe's sleeve once again lays Na'Vi to rest.
Talked a lot about the different styles on display from these squads. I do like at the end of kind of bungled Na'Vi rounds, there's always glances exchanged down the line. You assume that's because, in a team that have a system to play in, you kind of know who's responsible for what. You can pinpoint areas that went wrong. I like it. It's very, very different to FaZe when they lose around. Because everyone has a huge degree of individual freedom, you can never really point to one moment or one player that threw it into disarray. The Giga Chad will win next round, don't worry, versus the next time nail this smoke.
You didn't clear this corner. And that's the kind of round that NAVI would have won back on Ancient, or at least it felt like the money tipping round, but FaZe have done them in. And we just have this saved AK with $2,000 per player. So FaZe have huge opportunity here on the CT side to make something out of this game. And I refuse to count them out of a potential upset, coming in warm after grinding stage 1 cleanly. And NAVI on their first match of the season with a new player to input into this team. It does feel like the upset potential is there. Broky's found the rifle in mid. Makazi's time to shine. He bought armor for this chance.
Yeah, let's see what Makazi can do. Oh, that was certainly something.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, wonderful. A chance. That's the gun removed. Next man in line to get it is Bit, but he does not last long. Frozen gets aggressive to play bodyguard to this gun on the catwalk. Wonderful. Finally, this Deagle connects. Ready for the reswing. Isn't able to get the shot off in time.
Come on, do it. Brokey, do it. Peek it. Just wide swing.
Cat. He's going to get his hands on a gun.
Wide swing. Pick me.
Grabs the AK.
Pick me.
Brokey going to go for the swing now. Wanted to make it a fair fight. Say what you will about Brokey, but he is honorable.
Yeah, true. We've learned that. Learn it back on Ancient.
Honorable Brokey. Honorable Judge Helvis providing.
NAVI sentenced to a tactical timeout here by Blade. As they are trailing behind by 1.
Also, did I miss, as Blade said, what happened to his arm?
No, I haven't acknowledged it really. I don't.
No, we haven't spoke about it yet,
Yeah,
but we've all seen it.
It's kind of the elephant in the room. No, things happen, Harry.
Did I miss this? Is there info on this?
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I'm checking.
Look it up. But I mean, he'll be fine. Everyone's always fine. Brokey making the jump. And a break on the smoke. The flash will push him off. Meanwhile, NAVI poised for an A pop. No bomb, so Alexi will have to go back likely and leave Emo on a classic under lurk. Elite has been getting pretty involved in trying to flush Emo out under, but this time he's up on the balcony. A different piece of the FaZe team up close on A, and he hears that shooting. Bit baits him in with some gunfire. So a 5v4, it's Navi's chance. Oh. Yes, that's it.
Kazi nailing the opener and extending this advantage for Navi. Frozen, that's crazy! Won't be able to make it a third. Ran out of ammo in the M4, but he's at least given FaZe a reason to believe in this round. Bit is still a long way away, going all the way through middle.
Are you going to go window? No.
And he's just waiting for him to come in on a big flank, because right now, Carrigan's trying to take some space back. Now, you'd like to think Alexi should have his number here, and he will get it. It's damage done to all 3 players on Navi.
Such a curious freeze here for Navi that FaZe are getting confused.
Brokey gets 1. I feel like he's interested. There's the 1! Brokey, the ball is rolling on this clutch. First kill to beckon him in. Gonna go back, look for connector. Knows that Alexi is around here somewhere. It's a matter of finding that Finn. Brokey doesn't like how many variables are at play in this clutch. With Alexi missing around the connector, he doesn't feel safe to embark upon it. It will be a reluctant save from Brokey.
Yeah, it took a lot of damage. It's a very hard clutch. No info, no util to make it easier. It's a reasonable save here for FaZe to keep that up in Brokey's hands. And couple of crucial entries. Bitter Makazi crack open that round. The freeze gets a little bit scary, but as soon as Alexi finds Carrigan, you feel assured for NAVI. 5-5. And FaZe's first time out.
I did check as well. There's like, Blade said nothing about why he's in the sling. But he's surely expecting questions about it. Like, you don't just show up.
Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe it was a stunt. Maybe
in the Makazi Navi signing video, Blade had to land.
Did have to do that kick flip.
Triple front flip.
It was a
and
kick
he only
flip.
managed 2.5 flips.
Ow. I feel like your arm is your least of your worries. As long as we're protecting his head. Oh, barrel, hello. That's a crazy kill for a Liege. Entries on ramp, Frozen holds his position. And suddenly NAVI are thrust into a world of hurt. It's going to get worse. 3 kills in 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's
what are you to do?
That's really horrible for NAVI, right? They kind of fan out. They go about taking 3 separate areas on the map. They're looking for room in middle. They're looking for this lurk around the ramp smoke, and they're trying to pressure the apartments. They're hoping one of these fights goes their way and they kind of get something to jump off of on the round. But so quickly, they lost every available option. It was like in a sweeping motion from A to mid to B. They lost all their real estate, all their players. And so this has been a save for a while.
Yeah, the worst part about it being in a 2v5 this early in the round is you know that FaZe could still probe and prod, and you don't want to box yourselves in too early and lose all the map control and just get killed after time. So we still have to patrol a bit, but safe to say this will be FaZe onto 6. And Brokey's just looking so rejuvenated in this team. It is, you know, it's one thing across stage 1 where there were flashes, there were good signs, but I didn't want to get over-invested. But now doing it against NAVI and doing it in the way that he has, his last map being his 1000th map on FaZe. This is 1001. And Brokey's 12-4 right now after an excellent Ancient where he showed up right at the end with a kicker of a 4K to break NAVI. Wonderful paling in comparison in this head-to-head right now.
And, you know, I think it's why the promise of this Brokey return to form and return to FaZe after the time away is so exciting. Because it was a very sad drop-off. He brought so much to the table for FaZe Clan. And when they looked their best, it was often married up with some fantastic Brokey performances. Well, he's the top-rated player for them in this series. And it's been no contest. (12-4) on the AWP. These are great numbers for your AWPer.
And FaZe making 0 moves in this round. NAVI calling a slow one to finish the half. 3 primary weapons. A good bit of utility. And FaZe wait for the first move. Psych, they force it.
I mean, that's such an important pickup for Wonderful. That's the dream fight for an AWPer. You have a guy sneaking into your crosshair out, Cat. If he falls there, that's like an unforgivable death. So he's nailed an opening, a 5v4 for NAVI, a gift of a kill.
They just have to convert this round.
There's Rain. Playing out through the connector. Brokey's AWP firing off for a bit more. And even though Wonderful and Bit try to reclaim these kills, Elige is going to give us his highlight moment. Putting some distance between himself and this AWP. Carrigan's fired off. Wonderful knows he has a 1v1 right now, right in front of him. And Wonderful's grabbed it. It's Carrigan, the man left to beat.
Oh, Spawn.
It's been far from a big game for Carrigan. He's had some struggles. Let them down in these clutches. Can he get this one? No! Dead again! Carrigan cut down. 4 from Wonderful, and that ties up this half for NAVI. After a wild comeback from FaZe Clan to open up this series, we were heading to Mirage, feeling like NAVI should be able to put their best foot forward and move on to make this a 3-map series. But that's not how this Mirage has entirely played out. We've ended up on an even kill to a split score at halftime, 6 apiece. FaZe have come to play on NAVI's Mirage.
Absolutely, and I think the FaZe T side against Liquor was a lot of fun to watch. They were playing some rambunctious Counter-Strike on the T side of this map, so can they keep that up as they set their sights to go into this con split? That's a big smoke block for Ime. It gives him info in middle. FaZe aren't surprising you anymore as they flash through this smoke. Na'Vi look prepared.
There's the flash. Ime might have been ready. but his teammates are the ones there to make up for it. He gets fed to the wolves. That's the price you pay. All in all, NAVI in a great position. Just Rain out here in mid and Frozen left to get past, and they're going to do it easily. Clean stuff in this pistol round for NAVI, and a very good idea of what FaZe we're going to throw their way.
Yeah, they were super ready for that. The smoke block just confirms what they already know, and then we have 3 con players. Even though Ima eats the flashbang, his team just bail him out. So really good awareness and good call for NAVI to set up for that. And so put a pistol in their pocket, and suddenly it's not all doom and gloom for NAVI. The chance to make this 3 presents itself again.
Whoever first came up with calling him Blonderful, that's really funny.
Wow, I've not heard that.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're liking Blonderful.
When he's thinking deeply, he's ponderful.
When he's aware that we're all people walking around with experiences of our own, he's sonderful.
Yeah.
I think that's the word
I think
for
you're
it,
right.
isn't it?
I think
Sonder?
you're right. Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go.
Nailed it.
First buy round here for FaZe.
Yeah, they're saying Blunderful, which,
Oh, no.
which was right there. It literally is virtually the same as what I was saying. Why didn't we think of that, Hugo? Washed.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, when my dad asks how his car's looking, I say, it's Harry and Hugo, and he smiles. He knows the car's washed. Here we are. Elige out in the bottom of mid. While the rest of FaZe clan group in the apartments. And FaZe can group in the apartments. They've been given the freedom to do so.
Oh, good timing. Boost up. If McCarthy's jumping as well, it really sells Alexi's position as FaZe poised for this B split. Short will not save them, for there is no one to kill but Ima, and even he won't give it away entirely. Is McCarthy going to bait for Alexi? That's what you'd love to see right now. It's too late though. Alexi's got to do it on his own. McCarthy gets a bit of damage. Okay, they're not going to check now. Alexi gets his 1. They drop into the site. That's a big kill for Carrigan. Barely ahead to see. He takes it off. 4v2, bomb retrieved, and FaZe battle their way into the B bomb site. Oh, it didn't go perfectly for NAVI despite a strong setup.
Everyone's so wounded with the exception of Rain. But I don't think Bit wants to give this a go truly. He's just grabbing the M4, seeing if he can get anything. Oh, and he can get something. If only. Only they knew, man. If only they knew.
It's an unfortunate round for NAVI, but FaZe getting on the board in their first gun round. It seems like positionally, McCarthy's just slotting into JL's spot of B short.
Terrorists win.
Have to see if there's any other notable changes, but NAVI have one more full buy.
Most out of pocket one I've seen, Hugo, was his replacements are plentiful. I know, that one is like actually a low blow.
You've just taken the fall.
Great,
You've just taken the fall. That's what you've done. You can do better. It's game 1 of the season, man.
I know. Do we have any for Makazi yet? That's what I'm wondering. How quick has everyone been cooking?
Makar easy.
There's one.
It's got to come through.
You guys giving you all a helping hand and start. Macabzy. Looking to do something twisted in mid, maybe. Elige has been dispatched here. That was a series of flashes just streaming over in the mid. Elige very, very blind. But no punish.
Rotation back to A. Got the AWP, deep B. Alexi doesn't want to die and offer up path into this B bomb site. Nonetheless, FaZe are splitting this connector. Ema close. Nice timing on his peak. 2 kills for Ema. Makes it look easy. It really shouldn't be. Even that damage, while good, not enough. FaZe don't have a kill to their name. It finally comes through. Is it too little? Is it too late? In a 2v4. Makazi holds his shot, and Brokey 1v4. Don't do it alone. Makazi will disallow it, and Blade's happy with that as NAVI respond to FaZe's first full buy with one of their own.
Yeah, feeling good for NAVI that they can go tit for tat with FaZe Clan. Since getting on in the second half, going to keep the money low for FaZe as well. And allow NAVI that promise of building upon this now. A very important round to win. Even more important to have not given it away. That would have been FaZe well and truly back in the game. NAVI get to keep this bit of breathing room. And could even extend it now as it's just the hero gun on Rain.
He's making a heads-up play into this B site. Trap between Molotovs, though. Will not get to put it to use, and they know they made a box. They double nade it. Ouch. Brokey's got Kevlar. He'll have a go. But this just looks to be more of the same. Another attempt at a B pick. And Alexi not really offering one up. So FaZe just have to storm this bomb site late in the round. Alexi's got to pick a strong position.
I mean, Alexi will be responsible for a hell of a lot here. He's got New Boy on the block, Makazi in tow to help him. There's one gun on Brokey, attempting to get the pistols into this side of the map. And well, FaZe will have the control they were hoping for. That bomb plant is a long way away from reality, and NAVI spill through, recognizing it was just that one gun to worry about. They play quick into the pistols, deal with them, and stop that round from spiraling. I like that reaction from NAVI. Because where that can get weird, you know, if the bomb gets planted, Brokey's allowed to work the rifle a little bit of range. Suddenly some of the pistols get armed and you lose, you know, some map control, have to slow down into the retake. But NAVI do not concern themselves with that scenario. They play quick. They deny the space to FaZe. And they lock in double digits.
Now, are FaZe going to change it up here, or are they just going to keep going for kind of splits, quick splits? That's what we've been seeing all T-side. NAVI with a lot of eyes on middle right now. Makazi fighting window. Wonderful on the short line. As FaZe throw retake utility into mid. Wonderful getting hounded down right now. We have players in the B apartment, so does feel like a B end. Miss smoke for FaZe. Putting Rain in connector. Oh, he's jumped. That's not ideal. Ema with a chance to punish him as FaZe get ready to hit B.
Only one from Wonderful. Oh, Alexi, they know you're trapped on this side. Tries to just skirt on out of there. So he's kept this even for NAVI. Huge shot from Elige on the AWP.
And that's it.
Knowing what NAVI are like, for FaZe, you just don't give a kill away once you get that 3v2. Everyone tucks in and steals himself away, plays the long game, and NAVI never even give it a go.
Fair enough. I don't think Wonderful expected 3 players behind that smoke when FaZe is doing so much posturing towards connector, making it look like an A-site attack. And even though he connects his shot, Alexi's not in the bomb site. Makazi's rotating to support A. Navi caught out of position. So it's a nice, cheeky round for FaZe. But have they got more of that in store? Navi read it wrong. They call out their final timeout. Relatively early. Use them or lose them.
Right up till the final second, Blade was talking away. Hoping that whatever knowledge he's just passed on to Alexi, whatever he's done with the rest of the team, can put some distance again between Na'Vi and FaZe. This will be the second comeback for FaZe Clan after already achieving it on Ancient. But now doubling down and trying to do it on Na'Vi's map pick. And what's been their go-to for the longest time. Oh, awkward miss for Wonderful. Just trying to stay alive here, but they know they've got him pinned. That is a wild escape.
No way. Elish could have punished him on his smoke break, but he peeks it so late. And Wonderful somehow just lands it. Carrigan.
He's done so well to still be in the round. Not only just staying alive, but putting Na'Vi in the advantage. Carrigan via Lexi. Battle of brains in at this B site, and Carrigan comes out ahead.
Saw him.
He's taken a lot of space. Carrigan with good routing here, keeping pressure applied. Going down on that bench swing, and now his teammates are trapped up in the apartments.
Oh.
Rain and Frozen, this isn't easy. They'll link up, they'll both manage to get out app side, but there's still more ground to cover. Rain caught with the weapon switch, and Na'Vi pull up, finally breaking through.
Makazi and Wonderful save that. Makazi stopping Carrigan, who was just trying to lay his claim to the B bomb site. He still finds one more when he gets mollied out of that arch position. And Wonderful allowing Na'Vi to play how they did on the CT side of Ancient, to not go for those retakes, to instead challenge the site when FaZe are taking it. He holds Van so his team can scale in, and FaZe never get comfortable in the 2v3. That's Na'Vi putting them on pistols to find map point. It's up for the taking now. FaZe might have to battle back for overtime. There's definitely been cause for concern in this game for Na'Vi, but right now they're weathering the storm.
Oh, dude, it's so gross when you get it all from Wonderful's POV.
The second kill from Makazi.
I mean,
as well.
even the whole kind of the route in which they actually played to deny this control over B felt way nicer for Na'Vi. We just saw the effect of a Blade time out there. Well, Neo likes his in these low economy rounds. That's often his responsibility for FaZe Clan.
True.
Let's see what he's prepared.
Going to be able to call a winning strategy with P250s. Handicapped here by their guns. Shadows given away, but a missed shot for Wonderful could cost them.
Oh, bit feeling awkward. It's Carrigan to dome him. And once more, Carrigan trying to take space away, goes deep on the spawn side. This time, Alexi's got his number. Round slows down. Plant found for FaZe, but low health on Elish. That's the one guy with a gun here for FaZe.
Smokes make this easier.
First smoke lobbed in, it's going to go down, cut the bomb site in two, and smoke off that bomb. But Elish over the top of it. Knocks out Alexi. This is where that earlier damage on a Wonderful might prove to be a real nuisance for Na'Vi. Wonderful is on the line, but he has to hit this. It's another swing and a miss. Looking for the Galil is Brokey, but the spam just falls short. No clutch for Brokey, and Wonderful gets that shot eventually.
Oh, you're lucky that the missed shot doesn't cost you anything there, as his teammate just sticks it in the smoke. Util goes a long way for the retake there for NAVI. A scary P250 double entry from FaZe, but nothing more than damage. As NAVI sit ready to take us the distance in this series, look to bring us to Nuke as our decider. 4 chances to get us there. FaZe scramble for overtime. Can you really expect it though? Carrigan still with more to give. 5v4 on the ramp. Oh, double nade.
That smoke acts like a signal fire out in top mid. All of NAVI know they've got a man trapped behind these boxes.
Nice.
FaZe themselves were expecting some aggression. They tried to tee up Rain with that flashbang. But Makazi makes out like a bandit, secures that kill. Elige watching the B apartments, might miss this timing on Ema, creeping out through lower, goes back, checks it again. Are they expecting a second? Makazi at 5 health. 1 shot will end his round. And Elige will oblige.
Saw 2, so in some sense Navi could just run and gamble B right now, but they know that money's on the line as well, so this might just be FaZe walking it in and forcing the save here for Navi. They look for lurkers, none will be found. And that is 1 of 4 found by FaZe on this attempt to drag us into overtime. Slow and steady for Elige.
See that little shoulder wiggle from Carrigan. I think he feels like he's coming out of his slumber a little bit here in these last few rounds.
That P250 double, the entry on ramp.
The thing that's been weird in like the last 3 rounds actually for Carrigan, and this was the first time it's not really been the case, is he's actually ended up in like strong positions, but he's just been so far ahead of his team that he's kind of like forced to go and take space. And in a game where you're not really feeling it, like that's an awkward spot to be in. You remember the run into CT on the P250 round prior to that. He gets the kill on the B site and has to commit to taking the space away. This time, finally, he kind of gets his opening in a position where he can ease off, play the mid round. And it felt a lot better. Another opening kill for Carrigan, though. That's been the case in the last 3 rounds for FaZe.
And this
hasn't bought much in terms of the kills into this game. Nice that down the stretch, they've been able to depend on their captain for some of these openers.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. I mean, FaZe have been winning games when he's, you know, single digit, low single digits, so a couple of kills down the stretch can make all the difference. Wonderful. Oh, Eater Flash doesn't fire off. They cross out under, clearing mid entirely, but Navi are waiting, ready to pounce. Oh no. Oh, living on the edge.
Good catch. And you really wanted this trade out of Elige.
Oh, he gets out.
But landing the dink, that's enough to kind of scare Ema from peeking the window. NAVI feel content getting out with the 5v4, and so mid ends in a stalemate. FaZe attempt to go a little bit faster out into this A play, but Carrigan dead first. There's the follow-up kill on a Frozen, and is this the unraveling, the beginning of the end on Mirage? It crumbles around FaZe Clan. First with the deaths of Rain and Carrigan, but then they lose their heavy hitters, and now only Elige remains into the crossfire. NAVI rise to the occasion on Mirage. There's still fight left in them. This series now is going the distance. For the new man in NAVI.
Without a doubt. And a map that Navi have not been touching as of late. Positional changes perhaps on the horizon. And a FaZe who look to level up here in Cologne. They've certainly made the games entertaining. But can they add another win here in this series? Frozen falls off ramp. NAVI chase him down. Oh.
Just made it through the door. And actually going to redirect his efforts onto Wonderful. That's a good chase for Frozen. There's still a skirmish down here at lower. Meanwhile, FaZe are trying to figure out how to get past Alexi. Carrigan decides just shooting him in the head might be the way to go. Into this crossfire, NAVI chewed up and spat out. FaZe Clan convincing in this pistol.
Yeah, both cheeky lurks of NAVI get caught by FaZe. They realize and they prioritize hunting them down on their own, and even the NAVI group and rush together in the double door. FaZe do not allow it. Nice patient pistol pays off for FaZe Clan. But converting is the name of the game right now. And with a bomb plant from NAVI, you just know they're going to force on the T side of Nuke. No instant smokes. We only have 2 coming down for NAVI. The wall lands and they can cross. That's if Elige lets them. Breaking for Rain. They don't. Oh, they do spot Bit. Appearing on the smoke break. Rain finds him. 1 rifle lost to the wind.
They broke the smoke open again. Rain didn't even need it. That's Brain. One of the many nicknames for this guy within FaZe.
This one's stalling out for NAVI. What are you meant to do here? Not a single flash to get you in top sight. You've got another wall available. Smokes were dropped and ready. That's a door smoke. Is the bomb going to try go down? Elige not looking like he wants to let that happen. Rain, dink. They cross in. He won't let the second pass, and a solid hold on this top site. What else were NAVI to do? Conversion should be all but guaranteed now for FaZe.
La 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 long, la 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 long, la 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 long, long.
So yeah, that's kind of the, well, you know, that's the FaZe comms.
Yeah. It's a new ringtone as well.
New ringtone just dropped. Oh, God, I love FaZe. They're such trolls. I've missed them being all happy and good.
Why, as opposed
they
to
were sad and bad.
bad.
It wasn't, you know, there was no banter. And like, when the banter is at their own expense, that's the worst type of FaZe. I want them shit talking everyone else. I want them singing little creepy songs.
Toe by the window.
I bet NAVI have never sung a song once.
That's true. I'll give you that. Can you imagine Alexi?
Well, I mean,
going into a little
Alexi
tune?
has sung a song, but not for NAVI. Telling me he's never busted out an easy friends in his life, Hugo.
That's true. Yeah.
I saw you looking at me like.
Yeah,
you
I was
were
trying to
confused.
think. I was trying to think. Like, yeah, wrong team, different world.
I'm imagining Blade calling the timeout and just giving like one hell of a rendition of Bon Jovi "Living on a Prayer" or something.
I would like to hear that. Yeah, but we can't listen to Coach Comms, unfortunately. Well, not quite halfway there for FaZe, but 3 will do as NAVI come in with their first buy round.
More of these yard smokes. FaZe has been prepared to deal with them, and thus far they have been. Always ready to break them open with these nades.
Lexi going back for more utility. NAVI min-maxing. Kazi works outside on this T side now. See how that looks. Putting a firepower piece in position to succeed. Second wall comes down for Ema. And the ramp pop.
Frozen with the spot. He was onto the chorus as he saw it. So the comms come in a little bit later, but a second man will arrive at lower. Elige now here to join him. NAVI, though, still exploring other avenues, waiting to see if they're given any type of reaction here from FaZe. Eventually decide to drip down through the ramp. Still, this offense is pretty strung out right now. They've got a 3v2 down at lower. The edge still with NAVI short, and they have all these players on the extremities to catch FaZe in rotation. But what that hinges upon is on NAVI actually getting into lower.
Oh, bit fell. Now they know. Penny dropped. Frozen giving away his position. Elige nothing from the corner. Oh, that's a devastating B-hold for FaZe. They don't do a thing. Rain just wallbanged him through vents. When was the last time you saw that? None of this matters. 1v3.
I don't know. Brains in the server.
Bro, catch that on replay.
Come on, man. You don't wallbang at the start of this 1v4 and then not try it. That's so... Oh, it's right there, man. It's on rails. Rain catch the men kill. No. And they will come through the smoke, bringing the fight to Rain.
Disappointing B-hold for FaZe. Elige, I guess, caught off guard. They only heard Bit drop in the bomb site, but NAVI had scaled all the way to back of B without FaZe handling info. I guess they assumed some nades would come through, a little bit more control. But they get caught off guard by the numbers in the bomb site. And those lurkers aren't even needed for NAVI. FaZe just get walloped.
Tech time out there. Looks like issues for Brokey. Everyone's looking over, wondering if they can help.
He said, Brokey, can you stop singing, please? It's distracting.
Right, that's why Brokey's called the pause. He's like,
here are the lyrics.
I constantly hear music in my ears.
Yeah.
Can we get an admin over to like check that out?
Like, no, it's just
hearing like this weird murmuring. Like someone only knows the beat of a song and tenuously the words.
The final boss music in this third map. As NAVI get on the board.
I say, no, you don't have Spotify open. You're not even on the internet. You shouldn't be hearing anything right now. It's Helvis, was it?
Helvis.
And he says, yeah, that's what I go by now. They're giving it a look. And now his head's in his hand. He's like, the singing's getting louder. Screw it, I'll just play on, says Brokey. It looks like it's a good time being in FaZe. They're always laughing.
And we are back live. Oh, look at this. Through the vent.
He spammed me.
That's cool. That's nice catch.
Yeah, even Alexi gave it a little wry smile at the end. Like, what can you do?
Crazy kill.
Dude, that is a wild way to do it.
Impressive.
Alexi wallbanged, but he didn't let it dampen his spirits.
NAVI are on the board regardless.
I feel like most of Rain's kills have been through these outside smokes, and when it's not that, it's wild wallbangs at lower. But Rain, hang on a second.
Gotta know, yeah.
They blow the smoke open, and Rain is uncovered. Brokey getting thrust upon next. That missed shot gives Bit the window of opportunity and gives Bit the window control. Hell now taken. Teammates in behind him. This is a powerful position for NAVI. Not just the man advantage, it's the ground they have, the staging platform for a play into both sites. Looks like they want to try and move into ramp. Carrigan waits here in this cubby, but now that he's fired off, NAVI don't even have to commit to this, and that's the powerful part about having this hell control.
Yeah, I like that for Makazi. Doesn't feel the pressure to trade his teammate. Just escapes with the bomb and the round in tow. Bit with 4 huge kills. Patient against that AWP. Doesn't swing into a scoped AWP. Waits for Brokey to fire the shots. That was cool as well. The nade on the smoke. They realized Rain was nearby. He smoked that molly in the first place. NAVI finding some comfort now on this T side, looking to break FaZe's economy in round number 6. Back to a classic wall here for NAVI. But no one behind it. Despite that, FaZe don't realize they send 2 lower, breaking the smoke, seeing nothing. How long till they realize? How long till NAVI hits?
Oh, that play's coming in right now. And Elige is first on the chopping block. Carrigan, anything less than a multi-kill here won't be enough. And we're just a one and done from Carrigan over in heaven. The rest of his team on that lower half of the map. This round is over. NAVI on a fast A hit. After rounds of conditioning, FaZe to worry about this yard control. It's a perfect timing on that hit from Alexi.
Yeah, especially when they change the smoke wall as well. That just feels like they're definitely going to use it to get one player into secret. FaZe dedicate a lot of resources to try and flush him out. And NAVI just not even one player faking or a player coming through main. They just full lobby attack. So nice pacey round to find their third. FaZe do save 3 rifles. It's a big victory amidst the loss.
Let's go.
And yeah, take a breather, because NAVI have had them cleanly and decisively 3 rounds in a row. FaZe have been caught not even every time out of position, because that first gun round, FaZe had 2 lower. They could have won that, but no one put up a kill.
Another one of these kind of low econ moments where it's just those saved guns and then a bit of money put in around it. Said it already, but that is when FaZe like to consult Neo. It's when they want him involved in the conversation. It also gives NAVI a bit of time to try and speak to Blade again. Figure out what might come their way. And this chance to take the lead on map 3.
Yeah, NAVI have to be careful in this round. They're going to treat it like a full buy. They know 3 survived. At that point, you can expect a full investment, especially with this new kill bonus. FaZe could have more money than you anticipate. Despite that, FaZe are taking it calmly. Yeah, just that dot, and then up here, second window pane, halfway up, and left click, throw.
But you can't identify the exact piece of gravel outside that you have to line up with? Oh, unlucky then. You're not cut out to join
Skill
NAVI.
issue, I guess. Boost up in heaven is important here as NAVI make it clear they're wrapping around the world. Frozen. Any audio cues given over would be a big help, but he drops the bomb. That's arguably better. He will see a shadow above him as well, perhaps, but they've already scaled past into heaven. Bit finds that kill.
Had to pay for this for Brokey's life. And even Bit being here is annoying. It's not like, you know, this is some easy 2v1 for FaZe to try and group and take. It's a very awkward position, and it puts a lot of pressure on FaZe Clan. They're having to waste multiple players right now, holding on to this wrap-in through the heaven. And never truly feel comfortable here. There's the push out from the heavens, and Elige is caught by it. NAVI living and dying on this heaven control.
Those are the moments that NAVI excel, you know, getting a player in a strong position and no panic, no hurry, great communication. They allow the bomb to join up with Bit. They get their player back from B up secret, and everyone just splits on the same timing. And FaZe are just stuck in their positions, holding heaven, holding hell. can't flush NAVI out. So another impactful round for Bit. That's a 4K into a 3K. All the glory. NAVI starting to build a very strong T-side after all.
Ema got a whiff of something there. Sees a Liege up on top of the hut. And that's a gift of an entry. One that's going to kind of force NAVI to just hit the go button. Felt like we were still maybe moments away from that play taking shape. But when you're handed an opening like that...
Yeah, NAVI are hot right now. Everyone winning their opening fights in 3 separate positions. And FaZe are just dragged around in this game now, despite the 3-0 lead off Pistol.
I'm hoping this next round can be the time for Brokey to make a splash, because he's been the top performer for FaZe in this series. He's looked really, really good. He's obviously the big point of intrigue in this FaZe clan roster, right? Who, sure, it's not like the same as a change, but he comes off the back of a 2-month break out of the team, rejoins them. And you want to see if he can get back to his level. Well, he's been playing up to that level in this series and looking good in all of Cologne in their stage 1 run. But here on map 3, struggled to get going, been getting shot in the back, kind of out of position in some of these rounds. In this round where he has one of the 2 hero guns and they cobble this buy together, I hope we see Brokey try and get very involved on this AWP. Because on maps 1 and 2, he was a difference maker.
Oh, what a kill. Yeah, well, he saved it once more, so let's see if he can put it to use here. Things are feeling pretty comfy for NAVI. Wonderful looking to entry ramp. Brokey starting, supporting on that top site. They run through the ramp smoke, and oh, the bullet's absorbed by the railing. Frozen can't get a clean kill. Entry comes in through the Molotov.
I mean, that's how desperate Brokey is to be involved, right? Like, you can feel it. He just ran through the molly for 70 damage almost, just to try and force a fight in at ramp.
Only to go back with nothing. Here in the B side, Bit is inside of it. Elige must be feeling pissed off. That's heaven kill to the hut roof kill to the B entry. 3 rounds in a row, Elige has not been able to fire a bullet.
No, and it's not something I'm used to saying with FaZe here, but they look lost, right? NAVI are out-positioning them. They are out-maneuvering them in all of these rounds, and FaZe can't seem to get a solid grasp on where NAVI are at any point in time.
It's all 1v1s as well. We're not having any situations where FaZe can trade their kills, and like that is Nuke at times on CT side. You've got to, everyone's got to hold their position. If your ramp player's dying for free, look what happens. Look how much the map opens up, right? Bit got so deep in that B bomb site before Elige even realized, and at this point FaZe, there's no trading. There's NAVI aren't running into 2 players. They're isolating really well. They're not even using smoke walls anymore. They don't need to. So yeah, FaZe need a solution. They need it fast.
Terrorists win.
And maybe they feel like they have to throw some pace in and get aggressive and get in the lobby, push up outside. These are all spawn-dependent moves, but moves that maybe need to be made here for FaZe because the game is getting taken away from them.
I'm inclined to agree with you. It feels like the way that FaZe could try and get control over this game again is taking fights on their terms, right? Thus far, they're trying to fill gaps and counter these moves that NAVI are making. But as you say, there's been a lot of holes. You've had a lot of deaths of just players kind of caught out of position, looking entirely the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean...
And these are uncharacteristic deaths for FaZe Clan. Usually have a very good grip of the game, a finger to the pulse, style of play with Carrigan at the helm. And on the CT half, like, there's limits to how much Carrigan can even help here, right? Like, he can call the rotates, he can call opening moves, but as you kind of pinpointed earlier, it's like if your extremity player at ramp, or if the yard cross is constantly getting corrupted, you're feeling very, very limited in terms of how much the IGL can actually help. So yeah, this is brutal from NAVI.
Yeah, it's just 6 really clean rounds in a row for NAVI. That's the key. No point has FaZe really been in with a chance to win these. Can that change, or will NAVI just run over this 3rd map? What do we have? More smokes, but they play on the main side, looking to split into A yet again. Another decisive move for Na'Vi. Rain mollying him off. Nade lands in his face, and the second one will find that kill. As Na'Vi reset, they relax. Everything's going great.
Even this is frustrating for FaZe, though. It felt like they were kind of getting ready to go and help Rain out in the yard. He spotted multiple players for the first time. FaZe knew they had a series of fights out there. You had Carrigan and Elige both moving over to main, and as those nades kill Rain, they abandoned that main position.
A is so weak right now, and I feel like this is going to be an A split. Or they start leaning ramp, and as I say that, Brokey leaves ramp. So have Na'Vi yet again made the perfect call.
It's very, very rare to see FaZe feeling like they're one step behind, like they're playing catch-up in these moments. At least now Brokey has seemingly pieced together where the play's ending up. There's one from him, and he will elude Makazi, who goes on that hunt.
Now they go back to A. They've got bit behind main. 30 seconds. Reinforcements arriving. Frozen getting in the top site in time. It's winnable. It's 2v4, but it's winnable.
That's going to help. It goes a long way. One kill from Carrigan. And now he's going to try and reposition.
Oh, no.
Just looks away from Hut. You need Frozen to pick this up. And while Frozen makes it look very easy up on the rafters, that's more like it for FaZe. They're happy with that. Finally stopping this 6-round surge from Na'Vi.
Yeah, surprised they bailed from ramp there, maybe just because of Bit's position, having a player outside main ready to split really quickly, but he's the last piece in. He's arguably a little late after they find the entry onto Carrigan. Would love to see Bit activate, but Frozen's in the perfect position that Bit can't see him in. Either way, FaZe do something.
It's also Brokey's first set of kills on the AWP, and it translates into a round win.
Now Na'Vi go back to smokes outside and crossing.
Oh, that's good damage for Rain on the spam. Unable to convert it to a kill. Ooh. Tries to with the nade, and he will get it in there.
Revenge is sweet.
Downtown, it's Rain with the HE. And this is more active for FaZe. This is better. I think they're getting sick and tired of feeling like they have to do guesswork in the mid-round. So they're coming through some aggression. They have a rare 5v4 that's gone untraded. And they're hoping to clear out lobby. As far as they're concerned, they have.
Oh dear.
Ema was never spotted hiding out at the back of the squeaky door. He's got a kill right there.
Carrigan's about to find out the hard way. If he tries to cross to support B, Elige could alleviate issues, finding his one. Carrigan doesn't know how close to death he is. He's about to realize there's the entry. Up heaven comes Alexi, and this has opened up a path to plant.
Yeah, and this is really bad for FaZe. As far as they were concerned, this wasn't an option. This wasn't a possibility with lobby cleared earlier. And so now these remaining 3 for FaZe out of position for the retake. It's 2 in the lobby, but contact taken first from the wonderful AWP.
Ooh.
Trying to bring your lower player back up through vent, that's Elige, is a tricky task for FaZe.
Frozen's stuck, and wonderful pins him to the wall with a second kill. That's a lovely round for Na'Vi. Again, the mid-round mastery on this T side. Even when things don't go to plan, they dig themselves out of the hole. Elige ruffles feathers on B, but Na'Vi were already high in the sky with that heaven control. They've always got a get-out plan. They've always got an exit route, an escape car. 70 rounds on Nuke without the pistol or conversions.
And you know, that is a frustrating round. Carrigan jump scared, rightly so.
Yeah.
That's a very frustrating round, because as far as FaZe were concerned, all the way through to the ending, they did everything right.
And Na'Vi put a bow on it, though.
If you can close out this first half, 8-4 on your T side, you are in a blessed position if you're Na'Vi. And I feel like you never let FaZe get back in. That one round was all they were able to accomplish outside of their initial volley. Knowing that you had all your success in the rifle rounds for Na'Vi is a real boost heading into that second half. As is often the case, options open here to Na'Vi. It's a more passive start from FaZe Clan. They managed to get Makazi across, and they didn't have to expel a hell of a lot of util to accomplish that feat. It's a nice pickup for Frozen, who's had his fair share of troubles in here at the ramp. And so another 5v4 for FaZe. They weren't able to convert on the last one.
And again, NAVI have options. They've got B control. They've got a guy in hut. They can see where this ends up. Oh. Nice hold. And now NAVI forced into upper.
I mean, Unleash feels like he's been waiting for his reward on this lower drop throughout the entirety of this first half. Finally gets away with the kill there, extends this advantage. They've got Rain pincered in at the vents. Util is on its way to flush him out of position, but in comes Carrigan, that helping hand, that second player in the site repels NAVI. FaZe get by with 5. It's NAVI winning the majority of rifle rounds in this T side. Thin margins separate FaZe Clan and NAVI in a series that's gone the distance.
Never meant to stay. It was you that put me in. Promised me that we'd be okay. All of your lies I was believing. You were there most of the time, but that was never good enough for me. Had me going out of my mind, had me going round like crazy. But I gotta end this way. Why is there always a struggle for you to let me go? You got me like crazy. Like you were always right and I was always wrong. Crazy. Baby, where did I not go? Crazy. Like you were always right and I was always wrong. Crazy. Attention. Where did I not go? You will always bring my fall. You were meant to be here forever. Remember when we used to have it all? We were so good together. Why can't we both feel the same way? Why do I need to explain? You were there most of the time, but that was never good enough for me. Had me going out of my mind, had me going round like crazy. When I gotta end this way, why is there always a struggle for you to let me go? You got me like crazy. Like you were always right and I was always wrong. Crazy. Baby, where did I not go? Crazy. Like you were always right and I was always wrong. Crazy. Attention. Where did I not go? Crazy. I used to need your care and attention. Crazy. I used to need your care and attention. I used to need your care and attention.
A masterclass in production there. They matched the halftime break music to the vibe of what was happening in this game. It was crazy how often NAVI were right and FaZe were wrong, outpositioning them a bunch in that first half. It's strong stuff from the Alexi-led NAVI. Their system working. FaZe falling through the cracks. Outside of the pistol, only managing 2 rounds in the rifles. They've got to rely on their T side now to try and recover, and it's all going to start with this pistol.
Makazi straight outside behind the red box. Wonderful baiting for him, and Makazi picks the first, catching them by surprise, catching two, in fact, before Elige eventually comes in from main roof. But his job is done, setting his team up for success in a 4v3. Wonderful, maybe trapped, but they can't hunt him down. He doesn't need to commit to a duel. Him and Bit swing together. P250 leaves a mark, but still just rain remains as Ema, aggressive through the lobby, punishes Frozen. 50 armor 1v2.
He just dried off his mouse hand on his jersey. Meant to mean business. It ends up a NAVI pistol. They have really planted their flag here on Nuke. Have NAVI going from strength to strength, and now with a pistol to open up this second half, they are starting to sprint towards the finish line. Bit keeping up appearances all damn day, and a real force to be reckoned with here in map 3.
It's had a great series, and he's someone who has gone quiet in this NAVI downfall, in the downturn this year. I mean, had some really poor maps and poor tournaments by his very high standards, so great to see him coming in sharp to this series. Ouch. And up secret comes Ema. Simple anti-eco here for NAVI. No stress, no sweat, no deaths. Famous last words.
God! That is a cracking double kill from Frozen. End of the line. But a nice couple of Ds to send you into your first rifle round.
That changes enough that it was worth it.
If only he won that.
That's unreal, actually.
Oh, it's so good!
Bruh.
But unfortunately, the winner of this series is not decided by who hits the nicest Deagle 2K. Prettier shots hit by FaZe. But NAVI, the ones gearing up for a win.
Yeah. Timeout burned. No stress in this game for NAVI. It's been theirs since the first gun round.
I mean, this is the NAVI timeout, right? They want to just stick the landing in this first rifle round, knowing if they win this, victory is theirs for the taking. This is the round worth everything to NAVI. Thinking back as well to how this game started all the way back on Ancient, it was that 1v4 turned 1v2 from Ema. You saw him getting frustrated, feeling like that was a golden opportunity, and it didn't feel like much at the time. FaZe still had a lot of ground to cover, but they did go on to win that map. And so NAVI don't want to have any excuses. They don't want to feel like they fumbled again on map 3. They know if they win now, victory is theirs for the taking.
You wouldn't say they choked that game, but like they definitely could have won it, and they had a couple chances. It was just ultimately a lot closer than this one. They have breathing room. They have relief now. Alexi, freedom to make a play. A dink on top of a kill in the lobby. Bit's got to watch out. They're coming his way. Many of them. Flash ruins his round. Frozen with an entry. Wonderful. Blinded as well. FaZe's util does push NAVI back into uncomfortable position, and they can mid-round this with Karrigan lurking main. He falls immediately, though. FaZe might have to commit with their initial excursion down into this B bomb site from ramp, and NAVI know that just the same. They send Ema on the lurk. Prowling. And FaZe have done this silently. Oh!
Not that silent no more. Elige versus Ema. And just looks away at the wrong time.
Could have stopped the
As
bomb.
Elige moves in, that looked like it was the focus for Ema.
If Wonderful just swung, he would have had a really good chance to spray that smoke and...
They're lending time to Makazi right now. Just going to see, send him in to go fishing. Try and find something. Instead, it's wonderful to provide Makazi in tow as well. Frozen, FaZe thought this round was already over. NAVI pull up 2 versus 3. A man down in that retake. But faith in their AWPer on the rifle, faith in their new addition in Makazi.
Yeah, a round many may have saved him, many may have given up. Opportunity's gone, and Makazi opens the door back up with that ramp flank. 2 kills with a perfect nade to put FaZe low. And just like that, NAVI winning a retake, 2 on 3. Has broken FaZe's money late in the day yet again.
These are also like retakes that NAVI just haven't attempted really at any other point in this series, right? Usually, if they're a man down, just kind of playing the numbers has been enough. NAVI, a team that like to maximize the buy rounds. But here, with the series on the line, not afraid to throw some risks into their play.
Oh, that's a little awkward falling off the lip. Rain gets a kill on lower, but NAVI did find that 5v4 stopping a leech down vent. Oh, Alexi's thinking about it. Avoids death.
Right now, ramp is open.
Bits in lower, and Wonderful's trying to contain it. You might see Frozen later in the round. We'll see how cocky FaZe get. Humbled by Makazi. Wonderful leaves ramp. Vent. Oh, information at least. Alexi should be able to capitalize on Karrigan here, and with the hut spotted as well. Oh, he didn't shoot.
They're also flanking up Heaven. Right now, there's a Heaven flank coming in. Brokey's going to slow for a moment and give Frozen time to play. Oh. Couldn't complete the kill. Didn't finish his meal, and Makazi comes out swinging to stop him.
I mean, he's saving NAVI. Like, this game isn't super close right now, but there have been the chances for FaZe, and Makazi has stopped them. Back-to-back rounds now in very, very uncomfortable situations, flushing out Rain in the B-bomb site, back up the vent to finish the round. Inexperience not playing a factor in Makazi's confidence to make his own moves. The debuts of these academy prospects today have looked great. It can't all be Donk 13-0ing Apex in his debut at Katowice. But these are still good signs, and to think that these players are only going to get better, only going to get more comfortable. They haven't come in with stinkers on day one.
Yeah. Makazi already has a good track record and what he's been able to put together in the NAVI Academy sphere. But first time at a LAN of this scale, first time at an international LAN event, and thriving right now. You only have the opinions of those close to him to go off of, but former coach sung his praises. He's at his new NAVI squad as well. In his own words, being very helpful, providing a lot of advice. What we've heard, Makazi's not been shy on asking questions. This is a guy hungry to learn. Out in the yard, Elige hoping to complicate matters in this round.
Oh,
spots the feet, wonderful. He's got him dancing. But Elige, king of the disco, drops down off the main roof. He's secured a double to bring FaZe back into this round. Brokey made it across. That's the bomb on his back. It feels like FaZe are going to want to link up with him here.
Finding the AWPer fills you with confidence to re-clear outside and just go back down as a pack. They don't worry about Hell player. They're fine to take those fights. FaZe creep their way into B. Methodical clearing here in the lower site, but NAVI still uncertain. They've had lobby for a while, waiting for a lurker. Hoping FaZe reset. They've done nothing of the sort, so NAVI need to pick their point of rotation. Ramp is always the safest option. Emo will play late down the vent after his team have some contact. NAVI still uncertain, go back to Hell. The audio cues give it away. Now they've got to turn around. Emo risky, but it will pay off. No one's watching.
A hell of a kill for Frozen, but there's still even more required, and he will get it. Low health as he tries to clutch up here versus Ema, who is beelining for his position. Takes the fight out in the open. And Ema with the instant swing on those doors had the clutch teed up. That's 12 for NAVI. They have many a chance to take this series over the line and start off stage 2 in Cologne with a bang.
Yeah, it's a super reassuring game from NAVI, right? Even though they had that awkward little miss at the end of Ancient, Mirage was decisive in that second half, and here on Nuke through and through, it's been a NAVI game. FaZe yet to find a T-side round. And looks like it might not happen. They've got to fall by here to try and contend. A final ditch attempt here for FaZe. But everyone's kind of gone cold. Frozen the only one in double digits.
Looking to be a reassuring day for all these stage 2 starting teams. We haven't had a victor from stage 1.
Wow.
And heading into this series, you were thinking FaZe could be that team. The promise from Brokey shining in the first stage for FaZe Clan. The whole team looking way more comfortable, but they've met their match in NAVI. Control. And Elige with the entry. Makazi on the receiving end of that again from the top of main. Another round where NAVI forego that opening. But FaZe haven't exactly been flawless at converting these man advantages.
Don't have nades. They just have to contact this top site.
And so they're relying on aim and the interplay on this split. Don't have the util to lock off any of these angles. Alexi, as a result, is very comfortable up on hut roof. Rain and Frozen, the hailstorm of FaZe Clan trying to reply. Rain in this 1v1. Wonderful looks on. Very little time. Rain goes hunting and Wonderful runs for the hills. The unfeeling system of NAVI cares not for the feeling-based CS of FaZe Clan. Those are the facts. They pull up and they lock in this opener at stage 2. Debut for Makazi on LAN. Starts it off with a win in Cologne.